Well, I'm glad it's... Hey, Bess, welcome aboard.
Greetings! Thrilled to see so many people here today. We've got some housekeeping stuff to go over, but before we do that, luck would have it, I have jokes for you. I don't know if I've mentioned this to y'all. I've got a twin brother. Okay? I really do. He actually is an identical twin brother, and his in-laws used to live in town, and he would come in town and play bridge, but that's another story. Anyway, my twin brother bought a parrot, and the parrot had a foul mouth. And every morning when Jimmy came down the stairs, the parrot would say, "Good morning, you blippity 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 blip." Okay? And Jimmy would, put up with it for a couple of days. Third day he came downstairs, "Good morning, you blippity 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 blip." And Jimmy said, "Look, if you use that language again, I'm going to stuff you in the freezer." Next day came up and walked down the stairs. "Good morning, you blippity 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 blip." Jimmy grabbed the parrot, put it in the freezer, shut the door for about 10 minutes, and then opened the door and took the parrot out. And the parrot said, "Mr. Kinlaw, I'm very sorry for using that language. I will never do that again. Please accept my humblest apologies. And by the way, I gotta ask, what did the chicken say?"
Oh, man.
All right, housekeeping stuff. Actually, we do have some exciting housekeeping stuff. We are down to our last 2 workshops. Okay, this coming Saturday, I'm going to be talking about negative doubles and also ace-asking conventions. The following Saturday, I'm going to be doing an all-day review. We're going to talk about opening bids and responses, rebids by both, overcalls and takeout doubles, and responding to no trumps opener. Okay, this coming Saturday is going to be $5. The Saturday after, the all day, is still going to be $5, but I'm going to ask you to kick in money for pizza if you want to eat pizza. We usually break around halfway. And the all-day review, I say it's an all-day review. It's really not all day. It starts at 9:30 and goes till 4:30 or so, or till I get tired of talking, which usually ends up being around 4:30. Some of you have wondered, do we do this forever and ever and ever on Sunday nights? And the answer is yes. Okay. What are we on? Lesson 16 now, and there's only 20 lessons in the book. We're going to be starting it again in September. If you know people that you think would enjoy doing this, please let them know. And from those of you who have joined us recently, you can join in the middle as long as you have played bridge before. We've got a really good group of people. So anyway, probably late September, after the kids go back to school, we'll be starting again. We'll have flyers put out. Anybody have any questions on housekeeping stuff? Yes, sir.
What happens when you start doing the lessons? Are we still going to be playing the games until you start again?
Well, what happens on the first lesson? And for those of you who have sat through the first lesson before, this is just play goes clockwise, high card wins a trick, leads to the next trick. During that lesson, I'm going to be talking for 2 hours, and we do not have a game on the back row. Okay. For the three Sundays after that, it's kind of like a Chinese fire drill, because we will have people on the back row playing bridge while I'm talking for 75 minutes. So there is one Sunday night where there will be no game on the back row. All we're going to have is people coming, and play goes clockwise, high card wins a trick, leads to the next trick. and I'll have the date at some point over the next few weeks. Good question. Other questions? All right, well today we are going to talk about leads against suit contracts. And I used to give this warning back when we handed out name tags. Okay, anybody still have one of the hanging name tags? Okay. We used to give out hanging name tags as a way for people to introduce themselves to other players in the Sunday night group. And when I got to this lesson, I said, okay, coming up, there is a tournament that I would encourage everyone to play in, but I have some advice for you. There are two ways that you can announce to the world, the bridge playing world, that you are one of the Sunday evening students and therefore are easily able to be whacked. Okay? Okay? And I would say don't advertise that I'm a new student, come please whack me. You let them figure it out for themselves. The first way to announce that you are a Sunday night student is to wear one of the Sunday night name tags, a hanging thing with your name on the section. The second way to announce that you are a new student of the game and therefore are somebody that should be eligible to be whacked is by leading either unsupported aces or away from an ace against a suit contract. When we're leading against a no trump contract, what is a very standard lead? Fourth from your longest and strongest. If that suit happens to contain an ace, is that okay? Yes. If that suit happens to contain an ace king, is that okay? Yes. So against a no trump contract, one no, three no, I'm on opening lead. I bang down my fourth best spade in the hopes that one, my partner will have a high card and will return it and we can roll up the suit. Or second, if my partner doesn't have a high card, that when he gets on lead, he will return a spade and I'll be able to take the ace, the king, and this one right here. Champagne will flow from the heavens and good things happen. Choir of angels go off. Against a suit contract, under no circumstances do you lead this card.
Somebody's announcing it.
Thank you. Wow, that was kind of cool. It's got like a lightning bolt coming down from above. Okay, under no circumstances do you lead this card. Because if you lead this card, the chances of you cashing both your ace and your king drop to like very low percentages. Okay, because in any suit contract, the chances of a suit going around 3 times are somewhat slim. Okay? Maybe your partner has a doubleton, but by and large, I've got this suit, I'm not leading fourth best. Okay? Does that make some sense? Everybody see why I do not want to lead fourth best on this holding? Now, I've got this. Oh, what do I lead from this holding? Okay, I bang down the ace of spades. Some people bang down the king of spades, but I'm going to bang down the ace or the king of spades. And I'm going to pay attention to the card that my partner plays. Now, at this point of your bridge career, you might not know what to pay attention to. We'll get to that in a few weeks. But I will look to see whether my partner wants me to continue this suit or does not want me to continue this suit. Okay? In general, he would play a high card if he wants me to continue, play a low card if he doesn't want me to continue, and I will do something intelligent based on what he does. Does that make some sense? question.
The low card, 6 or anything under that would be considered a low card?
It depends.
Oh.
Dummy hits with the 2, 3, 4. Then if my partner plays a 6, that might be the lowest one he has. So I've got to pay attention to, they're called spot cards, and see if I can figure out what my partner's trying to tell me. Okay, good question. Other questions? Yes, ma'am.
What's the decision to do that over leading from your doubleton?
Well, let's say they're in a 4 heart contract.
Oh, never
Okay.
mind.
And in general, Ace King is going to be a better lead if they're in a 3 diamond contract. Leading a doubleton tends to be a pretty good lead against a suit contract. Okay, it's not better than Ace King. Ace King is I like this holding, I'm going to very rarely not lead this. Now, I say that. Against a no trump contract, let's say they're in a 3 diamond contract, okay, leading a heart very possibly is better than banging down the Ace King of Spades. Somewhat rare that the Ace King of Spades are going to run away. If I'm going to be able to take the Ace King of Spades, I'm going to be able to take the Ace King of Spades in the fullness of time anyway. But if I can put this singleton on the table, okay, and my partner either wins this trick or wins a subsequent trick, if I still have trump left, then my partner can give me a ruff. He can return the suit and I can trump it. Now remember, it's considered rude not to return your partner's lead unless there's a very good reason not to. And y'all know the definition of very good reason. Dummy hits with the King Jack 4th and you know that your partner's led from 4th best. But yeah, if your partner's led a card that looks and smells like a singleton, you know what it probably is? It's probably a singleton. Now I'll say that. Which card do I lead against 3 diamonds on this holding? I'll lead the 6 of hearts. Okay? Here I probably bang down the Ace King of Spades instead of the doubleton. So give me this. Now, remember what I said, okay, about ways to announce to the world that you're still learning the game. And I'm going to, okay. There are going to be times where banging down an ace is a good thing. Okay? Those times tend to involve when you have a 6-card suit and you've bid it and your partner hasn't saluted you. Okay? Leading an unsupported ace, you may be able to give your partner rough. But if I've got 4 to the ace, wild horses could not get me to lead the spade suit. I'm not going to bang down the ace. What are aces made for?
Taking kings.
Taking kings. Okay, and if you bang down the ace, what are you going to collect? The 2, the 3, and the 4. It's called the wish trick. Doesn't always happen, but it happens more than it should. Okay. So with this holding, I'm going to, and especially against a diamond, actually against any contract other than a heart contract. Okay, against a heart contract, good. I really don't have any attractive leads. So, one heart, 2 hearts, 4 hearts. My lead. I have options. Now, in general, leading away from an ace is considered, what's the word I'm looking for?
Bad.
Bad. Leading away from a king, is that also universally bad? No. leading away from a king and leading away from a queen are pretty close in their ability to strike gold. Okay? If I lead away from a king, if my partner has the ace or the queen, I've probably gotten us off to a good start. Leading away from a queen, if my partner has a picture looking back that isn't the jack, I very possibly have gotten us off to a good start. Okay. Questions so far? Now, I'm going to change things. You know, because I can. On occasion, your partner has bid a suit. Okay. On occasion, your partner will have, and I'm going to say, he's over called hearts, and you have supported hearts, and they end up in a spade contract. Does that make any sense? Nope. That's way too much stuff to have. All right, so the auction's gone something like one club, one heart, one spade. Yep. Two hearts, two spades. Pass, four spades. Okay. My partner's bid hearts, I've supported hearts, and they end up in a four spade contract. I've got three pretty darned attractive leads on this hole. Okay. I'm a big believer in not giving anything away. Okay. I want to make Declare work for everything he has to. I don't want to give him anything. So the club lead is somewhat attractive. Okay, I'm not going to give anything away. The heart lead is somewhat attractive. Not going to give anything away. All that being said, is there anything to dissuade me from banging down the singleton diamond? No. If you have a side suit singleton.
I do four, I have 3 tables.
I do 3. A side suit singleton, if you have a side suit singleton, is almost always the best thing to lead against a suit contract. Okay? It especially helps if you have control of the trump suit, meaning you have the ace or the king, so you will be able to get in. If your partner doesn't have the ace of your singleton suit, you can win some trump trick and try to put your partner in again to give you a trump in that suit. Now, if your partner, so now you have this. More likely hand for you to be holding. Club, heart, spade, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 4 spades. Okay. I've got 2 choices. I can bang down a doubleton diamond and hope I strike pay dirt. Okay. What has to happen for that to work, by the way? I mean, think about what I've got to catch in my partner's hand for this diamond to lead to a trump trick. Okay. I've got to have my partner with the ace king or ace queen or ace and ace of trump. Okay, in general, for him to win a trick before trump get pulled. Can that happen? Yeah. Okay, so leading doubletons works more. By the way, I got a book, Winning Suit Leads, David Bird. It's highly recommended. David Bird and Toph Antius. Sorry if I mangled that. Harry Gallows, player with over 10,000 master points. I was asking him what kind of stuff he was reading. He said that the two of them had just written these books. One of them's winning suit contract leads. The one before that was winning no Trump leads. Pretty cool concept. He gave an auction, 1 spade, 2 spade, 4 spades, okay, and had a random hand such as this, and said against 1 spade, 2 spades, 4 spades, what is the best, the most likely lead to set this contract? If I lead this card, how often does it lead to setting this contract? In general, leading trump almost never was right. Okay, leading trump almost never was right. There are a couple instances where leading a trump is right, and we'll get to those in a bit. When do you want to bang down a trump against a trump contract? Because I just got off the phone with Mom. Love Mom. Hi, Mom. Okay, and then I told Mom, hey, Mom, they're videotaping you, so I'm on the YouTube. Come. As Mom would do. Anyway, whenever I would lead Trump against Mom, when Mom was teaching us to play bridge, she would say, "Oh, you're trying to help me." And she would smile. Did I ever really try to help declare? I never did. So there's got to be a good reason to lead Trump, and I'll get to that in just a few moments. Okay? Sorry.
You notice that no one was surprised by that?
You know,
Your own mother. That's deep.
So Ed, in that situation, you said to lead the Doubleton. That's what you were saying.
no, actually leading the Doubleton of this situation.
Yes. 'Cause I don't think I ever heard an answer.
I'm leading my partner's suit. I'm leading 4th best in my partner's suit instead of banging down the king in my partner's suit. Leading the Doubleton is better than leading a trump or leading away from a jack.
Okay, but still, in this case, with the Doubleton, because your partner's bid, lead your partner's suit.
Yep. Because my partner's bid, lead my partner's suit.
And are you going to lead the lowest, or are you going to lead a decent card?
I am going to lead small. When my partner has, and that's a good question, I will go back to this. I've got this as my holding, and I've supported my partner's suit. Or, excuse me. I'm not going to give you the rest of the hand. This is my holding, and I've given my partner support in the suit. Because he knows I have length in the suit, I'm going to lead the 8. Says, partner, I don't have an honor in this suit. Okay. If this is my holding, I'm going to lead small. Says I do have an honor in this suit. And you know what I'm not going to do, and you may find this interesting? If this is my holding in the suit, you know what I'm going to lead? Some other suit. Yeah, seriously. Banging down aces does not tend to be good. Banging down aces. Seriously, banging down aces. Say it with me. Does not tend to be good. Don't lead little, and don't lead the ace. Seriously, every time you do, this is the holding.
But no, partner bid the suit, though.
Partner bid the suit.
Oh, that's his suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the only way declare makes the king of hearts? If I bang down the ace, or if I lead a small one.
Right, okay.
Seriously, don't bang down aces, and don't lead away from aces.
Do you have any fear that your partner opens, so they've got 5 or 6 possibly, and they got 5 for sure, and you got 4, there's a good chance that the declarer or his partner might have a singleton.
Might. Okay, banging down an ace here wouldn't be bad. Leading a small here would get you laughed at. Declare will actually chuckle as he takes his singleton king. Okay, it's a harsh lesson to learn. Okay, don't bang. And can good things happen if you bang down aces?
Sometimes.
Not really. It's rare that unless you're giving your partner a rough, banging down aces will not tend to increase the number of tricks you're going to take against a suit contract. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, suppose in your hand you're holding what you think are 4 short tricks against a 4 heart or a 4 spade contract.
Okay.
And you feel that if you take those 4 tricks, you can set them before they can get in.
Okay.
In which case I would be playing my, like if I had, say, ace and king in one suit and ace in another suit, and this has happened, and ace of trump or whatever, or ace and king in 2 suits. You know, to me, chances are they're going to go around twice, maybe not.
Okay.
But in that case, I would come out with the 4 tricks in the hope that I could set them before they could get in and discard the other suits.
If I have the ace-king of a suit, I'm banging down the ace-king of a suit. And if the opponents have bid to a 4 of a major contract, and I've got an ace-king, then what does my partner have in his hand?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I'm just cashing tricks and hoping to get out. Okay? Yes. If there is no possible hope that your partner is bringing anything to the party, don't declare anything. So don't lead away from kings or queens in that situation. But if you got an ace-king, might as well try to cash it. Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes you just know because you have a long suit headed by just the ace, that if you don't take that ace now, you're not going to get it.
Aces don't tend to go away. The only
They get
time,
trumped.
well,
If you don't get it the first play, you'll not get it because it'll be trumped later.
okay, well, to get trump, the declarer will have had to pitch it on something, and there are times where you know that declarer's going to have the dummy's going to hit with a good suit because both of them have bid. You've got the auction, 1 spade, pass, 2 clubs, pass, 3 clubs, pass, 4 spades. Yeah. In this situation, the opponents have a bunch of cards in the black suits. I'm leading a red suit. I'm leading very aggressively because any cards I have are likely going away on a good club suit. Now, I told you I was going to give you 2 times where you absolutely positively want to lead trump. Okay? One of them is when the opponents have sacrificed. Okay? When your side holds by far the lion's share of the points, the opponents are going to be likely winning tricks by trumping in one hand or the other. I want to put a trump on the table to cut down on that. The second time I want to lead a trump is when the opponents have ended up in their 3rd suit. Okay, so you have something like one heart, pass, 1 spade, pass, 2 diamonds, pass, 3 diamonds. Okay, here it's very possible they're going to be cross-roughing the hand because they've got 2 suits. If a club lead is particularly unattractive, I'm going to put a diamond on the table. All right, it is time to play bridge. Good luck, play well.
Bridge mates are ready.
Bridge mates are ready.